Decentralized blockchain tech. So let's talk about what I'm currently doing on Tron. Tewkenaire is a hourglass contract launched about 6 weeks ago. Contract is audited, highly legit. This is all I can say. This is the most legit contract I've ever been a part of. And so, the contract premiered. It went up to 14 million TRX in the contract. Buy price around 7 TRX. Went back down to 7 million within the first couple of days. Then went up to about 10 million. And from there, took a long time to get back to 7 million. And so this is really the floor because it took a couple of weeks to go from 10 to 7. It was a slow grind, but this is really the floor now. Hard. I don't see. Well, it could go lower, but it's very unlikely, even considering what's about to happen for Tewkenaire. So, there are currently 1,400 players. Probably only 1,000, maybe 400 of them have exited the game, but are still paying attention. So will come back. And let's see the top two addresses. This is one person currently holds about 2 million value of this token balance. So there's 7 million. About 2 million is from that top holder who is not going to sell because they bought in for a high price. Plus, have been tricked with reverse psychology to not sell. And so therefore, let's look at something called the token ambassador floor. Now the ambassador floor on this UE, because there's more than one UE for Tewkenaire. This is the official UE. Then this is the one done by one of the token holders. The ambassador floor is the amount of tokens held by ambassadors multiplied by the price. Now ambassadors, if they sell tokens, they're charged a 100% fee, whereas all that TRX from that sell gets distributed to token holders. So ambassadors are disincentivized to sell. Now, of course, they bought into the contract first, so they were able to get those tokens for cheap because each ambassador only bought in with 10,000 TRX, and a lot of them have been reinvesting their divs. So this builds the ambassador floor. Also, well, I'm not going to talk about partners yet, but another thing that builds the floor are partner Dapps who buy into the ambassador floor. So currently, 2 million being held by the top whale and 3 million being held by ambassadors. So the token floor is around 5 million. And so that leaves around 2 million, 2.5 million, whereas that it could go down. So it could probably go down to 6. But again, if the users are paying attention to what's going on for Tewkenaire, it's most likely going to go up. And what I'm talking about is the partner Dapps. So this is the reason why Tewkenaire exists. Any hourglass contract can come online and it can pump and it can dump, but once it's done, it's done. There's no reason to stay in it because, it's just like an hourglass contract. It's a DeFi DApp that, it's not exciting, right? So what Tewkenaire is set up for is for external dApps to promote, external dApps to buy tokens for the ambassador token floor, building the floor higher and higher over time. And in exchange, these dApps get promotion from Tewkenaire promoters and users from Tewkenaire. So that's a great benefit to, especially to dApps who are just starting out and need users and promotion so they can focus on developing. They don't have to worry about the marketing or the users using the dApp. A great example of this is Tron, Hypertron, that moved from ETH to Tron and needed users and got a overload of users on their first couple of days. Users really enjoyed it. Of course, they had some bugs, so now they have to restructure, and they're probably going to be up within a few days or so. But first, let's look at Moolah. 1% of Moolah daily divs will go to purchasing tokens. So Moolah has actually been around before Tewkenaire and is highly reputable as a casino dApp. And so their div pool goes up and down. So 1% of this div pool is going to be used to purchase tokens, but they're doing it once a month. So that is good for Moolah, and good for Tewkenaire, you know. So, you know, users will be conscientious about playing this DApp because they know, well, it's going to benefit Tewkenaire, so Moolah is great. Um, let's see, what's another one? So another one is Tron Lounge. Now, Tron Lounge is a great example of developers who are just, you know, they need users and promotion. Tron Lounge is used to be a DApp that was an ROI DApp back in the day, and you know that came and went because that's what happens to ROI DApps. Now they have like a hybrid between a casino and an ROI DApp, and they're working it out as we speak. There's a roulette game, there's a dice game, there's mining. Currently, the mining rate is really high, so another players are interested in mining, but they do have a token called the TLT token that you can buy on the site, currently being sold for 2.5 TRX. There's 10 million of them set aside for early adopters. So you can mine these TLT or you can buy them, which most are buying them because it's cheaper to buy them right now until they adjust the mining rates. And then you can buy those chips and get into these chips, you know, so you get the TLT tokens and you can use them to buy chips. So the way the chips work is, let's go to the cheapest one, which is the blue one, right? So here's the cheapest one. It's for 60 TLT. So this is going to cost you 150 TRX, right, to buy 60 TLT. Then you can use that to buy this chip, and after over 30 days, you get 6 TRX per day. So this is going to net you 180 TRX. But you only have to spend 150 TRX to get into this, which means you earn 30 TRX profit over 30 days. Now, as you go up, it gets better and better. This one is a little bit more profit. This one is a bit more profit. Then you go to the orange chips that are 60-day chips. They cost more, but you earn a higher profit. So as you go up the ladder here, it costs more. So you get to the 90 days chips. This is the one that was the most expensive one, 27,000 TLT. I believe that's around 67,000 TRX. It pays out 1,800 TRX per day. The profit on this is like 40% over 90 days. So, but 90 days is a long time in the space. So you have to feel like, well, this DApp is going to be around 90 days from now. You know, these devs are going to add features and upgrade stuff, and you can be confident about that because they have the marketing in place with Tewkenaire, and they have the users who are always going to be paying attention to their DApp because they have a partnership with Tewkenaire. So taking away the marketing and user issues as getting marketing and users away from these devs gives them a chance to just focus on developing and getting the DApp profitable, profitable, right? So that's Tron Lounge, a really great example of why a Tewkenaire partnership works great. And these devs are doing 25% of Tron Lounge house profit used to purchase tokens. Another partnership is Block Arcade. That's been around for a while. They have arcade style games on IOST blockchain, and then you can use your winnings however that works, because I'm not on IOST. You can buy I tokens, which are the same as tokens which are Tewkenaire tokens. So this is really cool if you're on IOST, and it's cool to have a cross-chain partnership. So Hypertron, let's see, had an announcement recently. The team has been working hard in the last couple of days to making necessary backend changes that will allow Tron platform to perform at its peak. So what are the benefits of doing this? Of course, there's a big update here, you know, in their Discord. What are the benefits of doing this? Extremely fast gameplay, near instant payouts for all games, a simple quick system for funding and withdrawing TRX from your wallet from the platform. Better control for the Hypertron team on all game events. This will allow us to better serve the players should there be any issues out of the ordinary. Lower minimum bet amounts. Low bet amounts that will cost you no extra TRX to play. 0 TRX fees during gameplay. Important, energy free. So, you know, their new setup is similar to Bet Fury, whereas you upload TRX and you can have really fast gameplay with no fees. Now, they tried the decentralized way and it didn't work out. Too many bugs, too many players who have a lot of experience in dice trying to beat the system. So by setting it up this way, it assures them more control and better user experience. So this is probably going to be back up in a couple of days or so. Hopefully, everyone's kind of waiting for Hypertron, I think, to give that really big boost to Tewkenaire and to the players. Everyone wants to have fun. Hypertron also features PvP games like Pong. Their platform is really nice and could be a real big success if they get it running smooth and the players start playing and pump the diff pool and all the excitement around. Because right now the excitement is kind of dull in the casino Dapps space, and I think Hypertron can really take advantage of that, especially because they have PvP games like no one else has, right? So I think the biggest thing that's going to be for Tewkenaire coming up is Hypertron relaunching and being successful at that relaunch. This will send the Tewkenaire token price to a new all-time high, and it's good for Hypertron purchasing daily, because they're going to get tokens real cheap, and the cheaper Hypertron can get Tewkenaire tokens is the stronger the Tewkenaire floor will be. So that is what I'm talking about. That's what's going on for me on Tron Decentralized Blockchain Tech. You can check out Tewkenaire. My link is below, and then you can go to the partner page to check out those partners. Yeah.